Shame and travesty of the state of marriage here in our country. I imagine worldwide, but especially here in our country. It's sad the number of people who enter into marriage already with their minds made up that if it doesn't work, I'll just end it and get another one. When I was a young man, I guess I wasn't even quite a man at the time. I think the first mention of it that I can recall was around about 1970. And people started having these divorces for no reason at all. You know, about 2010, I think all 50 states now have quickie divorces. They call them no-fault divorces. Nobody's at fault. Just don't want to stay together. Let's split up. That's going down a slippery slope from 1970 to 2010. Now everybody is involved in this idea of quickie divorces. I'm going to set a little background for you. People came to Jesus, these Pharisees and scribes. They wanted to trick our Lord and Savior. They thought they could trick it at any rate. It's hard to trick the master teacher. They wanted to know if Jesus was going to adhere to the law of Moses and do as Moses had done for them and allow them to be able to just divorce and remarry for any cause. Any old reason at all. Just put her away and get you another. A lot of people in our own brotherhood tend to think that you can get a divorce as long as you don't get remarried. Now the Bible doesn't teach that, but a lot of folk teach that. You can't get a divorce. The reason for divorce is because of unfaithfulness, as we'll see in a few moments. When you read that ninth verse of that 19th chapter of Matthew, it reads this way, and I'm going to take my time. It's about 5 or 6 little sections. I'm going to try to break it down. Now, if I leave you with any questions in your mind about this very, very important topic, I'm going to do the unusual. I will stick around. Normally, I'm trying to rush to my bed, but I will stick around as long as I need to answer any questions concerning this topic. As long as we don't lock the doors and make us go outside in the dark. God won't do that with you, brother. No, that's right, amen, okay. The Bible reads this way in Matthew 19 and 9. And I say unto you, now this is very important. I say unto you. I want you to understand that Jesus is the I. He's the one speaking. Jesus has all authority. That's what the Bible says. He's the one that's speaking. It's not Jimmy Heywood. It's not Jimmy Heywood. I did not make the law of marriage, divorce, and remarriage. Jesus is the authority. He's speaking. He says once again in Matthew chapter 19 and verse number 9, and I say unto you, that's Jesus, whosoever shall put away his wife. First problem, most people accept Jesus as the authority, the I there. But a lot of folk in our brotherhood get hung up on the whosoever. We are people, and I hope there are none here tonight, but if they are, we hope we can educate you and teach you better. Some people tend to believe that whosoever applies only to those who are members of the Lord's church. Only Christians. First of all, there were no Christians when Jesus was talking. Now they get around that by saying, well, it only applies to God's people, the Jews. Well, you know, you take that same little word, whosoever. Jesus on another occasion said, whosoever will, let him come. And Jesus was talking to Jews. So I guess the only people who can obey the gospel are Jews, nobody else. That's the whosoever. Whosoever is everybody. The law of marriage applies to everybody. It doesn't just apply to Christians. On one occasion, I believe it was the Apostle Paul, but I know it was the Holy Spirit, wrote in Hebrews chapter 13 and verse number 4, that marriage is honorable in all. Now we have our own pet peeves and nuances. I would prefer that all Christians marry Christians. But when Christians marry unbelievers, not a sinful union. I told someone recently, they questioned me about attending a Christian married a non-Christian, wedding, that type of ceremony. I said, well, if God's going to be present, why can't I? I even perplexed my wife by saying, you know what? And I think I shared it with Brother Offer recently. You know, I might have to rethink the idea of why not officiate at weddings between Christians and unbelievers. Of course, after I've advised that it might not be the best thing. Because truly, if God is there, why can't I be there? If God is participating in joining these two together, why can't I just stand in and say a few words? We have to be very mindful of sticking with the book, even those of us who preach and teach it, and not go beyond it. The Bible plainly teaches that whosoever applies in this particular context to all mankind, everybody. That's important. That's key. Now, I believe, and if I'm wrong, Mike can correct me later on, I believe that these lessons are to be more or so directed to those who are members of the Lord's body. That's why I said what I said earlier. A lot of people in the Lord's church teach false doctrine. Amen. There are a lot of folk who have a sign out front that says the Church of Christ meet here. The church might be meeting there, but it's not always God's teaching. It's not always God's teaching that goes on inside the building. We have to examine these things and make sure these things are right. And the things people are teaching are right. Jesus says, whosoever shall put away his wife, that word put away is underlined in this little small Bible. That's another word for divorce. Whosoever shall divorce or loose his wife, Jesus says, except it be for the cause of fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery. Now, if you're outside the body of Christ, and you've been married 2, 3, 4 times, more than one, and you do not divorce that first person because of unfaithfulness, then your marriage is not right with God. It's wrong. Now, we're not going to turn back there, but I would encourage you to take time and read Ezra 10 and Nehemiah 10. God really shows us in those two places a beautiful example of what he demands from those who are in bad marriages. You need to leave that marriage. A lot of brothers would not have the courage to tell you that. I've preached a lesson similar to this and had a young lady to get up and walk out in the middle of the lesson, never come back again to the church that we stay in Louisville. I've had couples who worship with me in Louisville to get with me later on and tell me, because you teach that, I'm not going to be here, and I'm going to find me a Church of Christ who teaches it the way I want it to be done. One particular couple came back to me and told me they found them a church. They uprooted their family from the city of Louisville and moved to the capital of sin here in the South, Atlanta, Georgia. And they found the Church of Christ that taught marriage the way they wanted to have it taught. Someone told them, I think she was on her third husband, he was with his second wife. They did not leave those mates because of fornication, as Jesus says here. They left for other reasons. Someone in the Lord's church, some false teacher told them that it was okay. It was not okay. That's the first problem that we have to deal with. We do have, as I said earlier, false teachers in the Lord's church. It was my hope and desire that someone might break the mold and come to a Wednesday worship service at another congregation, someone who I might know, so I can single out some false teachers. That I like doing that as well. You know, Romans chapter 16, we don't have to turn there right now, but mark for future references. In Romans 16, we're told to mark those who don't stay within the confines of God's word. We're told to mark them, let people know who they are. Church, let me share something with you. You and those who lead you have an awesome responsibility in that you need to stop fellowshipping folk who don't teach the truth concerning marriage, divorce, and remarriage. Right. You need to stop fellowshipping them. You need to turn, I want to turn to this passage to read it for you. Turn to 2 John for a moment. I want you to understand something. If you don't stay within the confines of what Jesus is saying, this is what the Bible says here in John. This is 2 John, beginning in verse number 9. John writes these words in 2 John, beginning in verse number 9. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the teaching of the doctrine of Christ hath not God. He that abideth in the doctrine, that's teaching, of Christ, he hath both the Father and the Son. Now listen very closely to verse number 10. If there come any unto you and bring not this teaching, doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. Why not, Brother Aaron? Verse number 11. For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker of his evil deeds. Jesus' teachings have to be obeyed. Right. When folk go beyond them, those folk are going to be marked. Romans again, chapter 16. They're not to be fellowship. Jesus was not afraid to tell those who questioned him. Neither should you and I be afraid. Let me share something with you. You know what brethren do now? Brethren just don't ask. No, it's like the precursor that Bill Clinton started when it came to wanting to break down the barriers so we can have what we have now, these homosexual marriages. Don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask, don't tell. Brethren have that mindset. They might suspect brethren are false teachers, but what they won't do is they won't pinpoint and ask the brother. We had a brother just retired from preaching. Thanks be to God, he's retired. He preached for the church that met there at Liberty City in Savannah, Georgia. Brother Johnson. He visited the church maybe about 6 times or 7 times there in Louisville. My nephew, he's not here. Jamal is not here. Jamal teased me and said, okay, when I could tell that man was here, or we had a visit or something, because you always jump. I want that man to know. That's what I told Jamal. What I stood for, what the Bible teaches concerning marriage, divorce, and remarriage, and the worship that goes on and should go on in God's church. Finally, Brother Johnson, the last time he was there, he told me, he said, you know, I'm retired. I said, that's good. I said, maybe we could use you. I got a question here you can fill out. He stopped me. He said, Brother Aaron, I know you already. I know y'all ain't going to use me here. I know what you stand for. You know what I told him? I stand where God stands. Where you stand? Where do you stand? I'm so glad he's retired. I wish him and his ilk would all retire. They're leaving a lot of folks straight to hell. We need to be very mindful of the fact that marriage is important. It's a very close union. It's so close. Remember Ephesians 5? God used it to show the closeness that he has with his church. Once again, Jesus tells us here in Matthew 19 and 9 that if you put away your mate for any reason other than fornication or adultery, you're wrong. And if you do it for any reason other than fornication or adultery, and you marry someone else, you become a sinner, and the one you marry becomes a sinner. Let's move a little closer. When you are divorced by your mate for being unfaithful, you cannot marry. It's just that simple. The guilty person in a relationship is not free to be remarried. The only person that's free to be remarried is the innocent person. The guilty person cannot remarry. Brethren, it's going to take courage. When you look around the congregation, whether it's here in Belevedere or in Louisville, Dayton, Morgan County, Thompson, Georgia, wherever you might be, when you look around in your particular congregation and you know of men and women who've been married before, it behooves you, because you love them, to ask them about their situation. I'm serious. A lot of folk are living in sin ignorantly. Some of you teach them the truth might have the courage to leave a sinful situation. You might snatch their souls from fire. The fire of hell is waiting for them. But if you go around being timid, afraid to ask, afraid to teach on it, I think you're a partaker, as we just read earlier. You're a partaker. Brother Farmer invited me here. When Brother Farmer invites false teachers, people who we know who teach error or marriage, divorce, or remarriage, Brother Farmer and the brethren here are then partakers with those sinful means.